Okay, everybody good?
Sir.
All right. First name is Keith, Keith. Last name Williams, Williams. Captain with Connecticut's Environmental Conservation Police. Good afternoon. I just want to update everyone on the ongoing search efforts for our remaining 2 victims. I want to start out by saying, our thoughts and prayers go out to both families as we continue to search. Their patience is being tested, and we appreciate them hanging with us as we continue to search. I also want to thank all the first responders, all the assets that came out to help. There were many of them, too many to name right now, but we'll have a list forthcoming. Their tireless efforts have been remarkable, and the family definitely sends their appreciation to all the assets and first responders that have been out here assisting in the search. At 12:10 this afternoon, EnCon Police located and recovered one of the male victims in the Connecticut River. At this time, we are continuing to search for the remaining victim, and will continue to do so throughout the evening, and will continue to do so throughout the remaining days with available assets as we move forward. The family of the remaining victim wanted us to relay some physical characteristics for any of those that are out on the water that are searching. That individual was wearing a dark shirt, green pants, and a blue belt. And any sightings from any mariners that are out on the water, please call 911 immediately. I'll take any questions.
The identity of the victim you found today, will his name be released?
It will be pending notification to all the family members, yes.
Any update on those who were hospitalized?
Not at this time, no.
Where in the Connecticut River did this happen? Is this near the Saybrook Point Marina?
It was close to the Saybrook Point Marina, almost east of the channel, outside from that marina. So yes, yep, mouth of the Connecticut River in that area.
I see some of the search crews still out right now. When will that stop for tonight?
Tonight we have been going to sunset all week. That's our plan for tonight, and we will again resume tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock.
Life jacket on the victim?
No, sir.
So you talk about your process. We saw you in different areas. Is there like a grid process you follow? Can you just walk us through how you navigate the water?
Initially, yeah, there is a grid process. There are many factors that determine that. Tides, wind direction, currents. That all plays a factor. As time goes on, things change with those environmental factors. So we have spread our search quite a ways out into Long Island Sound. That doesn't mean we don't still continue to search where the incident occurred. So a lot of those environmental factors take effect with that decision making, but we have assets in a lot of locations covering as much ground as we can. State Police has their aircraft up in the air. They have had that up in the air all week. They continue to search, and we have numerous vessel assets on the water this week, both police, fire, dive team units, remote underwater vehicles with cameras. We've been utilizing everything we can throw at this to locate these victims.
Any update on the investigation into potential cause of the crash?
That's ongoing as we speak right now. I can't give you any further updates more than that, but we are continuing to follow every single lead that we can come up with. Our boating accident reconstruction unit will be trying to reconstruct the accident as best they can, but at this time, no further information on that, so we're continuing to investigate.
Cause and manner of death, ME will be determining that?
Correct. Yeah.
How far would you say the victim was found from where the crash happened?
Quarter mile.
Was that through an underwater drone, or what was the method?
That was visual on the surface. Yeah.
And I apologize if you already said this, but it was an officer with EnCon Police?
2 EnCon police officers were on our 27-foot safe boat doing a visual search of the surface when they located the victim.
Thank you.
Right.
For the last remaining, are you extending your search also into the river here before as well?
Correct. Yep. Pretty much, from this area south, and as far as Long Island as if we need to go that far. So we're not ruling anything out at this time, but we're continuing to search for the remaining victim to provide closure for that family. So.
How many
We had 7 out today.
Was the body found more into the Long Island Sound or more into the river?
No, in the river. In the river, yes. Yep. Sort of in the channel over by the Saybrook Inn, over in that area. Correct.
Do we know the ages of the two victims?
Mid-20s.
At this point, though, you have expanded because even though that was pretty close to the crash site, anything could happen with the tide.
Correct. Yeah. So as time goes on, we kind of try to expand our search based on tidal flows, wind direction, currents. Multiple assets are out there utilizing the equipment, the side scan sonars, and all the technology. And it's been very difficult with the conditions, especially yesterday with the wind and the currents being rough out here. It affects the equipment and what they can read. It's really takes a long time, and it's very slow, methodical to do those searches. So, we've expanded more than what we usually do because of those parameters. And like I said, when we're not seeing stuff clearly in one area, we'll focus to another area. And then when you start adding the wind and the currents and all that, you start to expand a little bit more. So we're trying to, cover as much territory as we can. So as time goes by, we generally expand a little bit more. That doesn't mean that we don't stop looking where we initially started. So there's always that hope. Yep.
Is that private or is that the
That's the state police aircraft, yes. Yeah.
Captain, I know you
Yep.
said we're holding off on IDing the victim. Can you say where he's from at this point?
No, I'm not going to release that at this
Okay.
time. Yeah.
Are any drones being used? Overhead drones?
We had overhead drones here. We've had underwater remote operated vehicles with cameras working as well, checking all the areas that we could possibly check with them. So yeah, we've had a number of different assets that we've utilized in this search.
Is the Coast Guard still helping out searching?
They are. They had a boat out yesterday. They had an asset out there today. So yeah, like I said, we're utilizing as many assets as we can possibly get at this point.
Thank you.
Good.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Yep, you got it.